just post it there later. Hey everyone, today for our quickie, we're just gonna do some hip stretches, just get into our legs, do a little restorative stuff. We're trying to play with some new software and see about this simulcasting, multi-streaming. So we're still figuring some stuff out, but hopefully you're either seeing this on either Facebook or YouTube.
It's working now.
Great, awesome. Yeah, we have this fancy new layout where we're thanking our Patreon members up there, and trying to get fancy, but of course, you know, there's learning when changing things up. So grab yourself a mat or something to lay down on. Again, this is a quickie. It's only about 15 minutes or less, and we'll get started here. Decided to do just something a little bit more low-key. I've been taking an online course, and I did a lot of studying today, got a lot done.
What'd you learn today, Midnight?
I learned all about the skull and bones and our fingers and our feet, but I was not as motivated to like do crazy high-intensity work. That kind of drained me, so you know, it's good to take these lower impact days. All right, starting with our hips, heels together, feet together, soles of the feet together in a butterfly position. Just do a little flapping of the wings, just opening it up. Now your knees may open up to a different degree than mine, so go wherever you can and just do a little light bouncing. Pull the belly button in, sit up as tall as you can. Good. And then bring your hands back behind you. Shift the feet forward and do a little knocking of the knee side to side. This isn't going to be very intense. This is a really good routine to do if you've been sitting all day, if you've been on a run, anything where your hips can get really tight and locked up. But we're not about like sweating today or about it being too intense. Good. Hold one knee in. So this is going to feel maybe a little bit weird in the hip joint. Maybe you don't feel anything at all. And sit up tall. This leg can either stay bent or you can straighten it out, whatever's comfortable, really focusing on this internal rotation. If you want, put your hand to the outside of the knee and give it a gentle stretch in. If you feel this in your kneecap, don't go any further because we want to feel it more in the hip. It may not feel like anything, but we don't want to pull on that knee. Here, switch over to the other side. Bend the other knee, tilt it in, sit up tall, lengthen through the spine. You can adjust where your foot is too. Maybe it needs to be a little further out or wide. Just kind of have to find what works for your body. Then take your hand onto the outside of that knee. Just give it a gentle stretch, a little bit deeper. Don't do this internal rotation stretch very often. Get to work the whole rotation of that hip joint. All right, then shake it out. Okay, we're going to do some of my favorite hip stretches. I'm sure you've seen them before too. Put one foot forward, the other knee can be back behind, or you can tuck the toes and lift that back leg up. Nice long lunge stretch. Push the hip forward. Knee is stacked over the ankle, then sit yourself up tall if you can. If this does not feel accessible, you can stay down here. If you need extra cushioning under that knee, and fold over the mat or grab a pillow. Or again, you can tuck the toes up and lift the knee up. But focusing on stretching the hips forward. I'm really leaning into it. I'm gonna feel a big opening in the front of this back hip, back leg hip. Add a twist. Opposite hand of the knee that's front. It's gonna come to the outside of the knee and then twist yourself. So we need a little spinal rotation as well. Now bend into that knee and sink a little bit deeper. Maybe put your hands on the outside of the foot. You should feel a nice stretch into that back hip flexor. And you can pick that knee up or you can sit it down. But shift your weight back onto your back knee. Straighten the front leg. Flex your foot. Do a little rotation out and in. Cross that foot over the midline into your pigeon pose. Half pigeon pose first, so let me show you what it looks like this way. You have that heel tucked in back behind you, lifting up tall, other leg is straight back behind. Then lean yourself all the way up and over the front leg. Stretching into this hip right here, the length of the spine, that sphinx stretch we do in lots of classes, where we try and army crawl ourselves forward, that's the sensation here. So I'm not just lifting up, I'm trying to pull forward and not just collapsing down. Take that same rotation, opposite hand of the front knee, it's going to rotate over, try and place it on the outside of that knee. Look back behind you. Maybe you can put that elbow down, maybe you can hook the elbow, and go in wherever you can. Doesn't have to be big to be effective. If you want a little bit extra stretch into this back leg and quad, you can bend this back knee and try and reach for it. Does not mean you get there today. You can totally just keep it with that leg straight back behind you too. If you are bending the knee, do a gentle pull. You're never straining that knee joint. You're pulling the leg, and keep pressing that opposite hip down. Good. Release. Hands come back. Tuck the back toe under. Lift yourself up into a plank. Quick little plank. Why not? We're here. Then step the other foot forward. Back knee can come down. Knee over ankle. Lift yourself up to begin with. Push that hip forward. If you need to make adjustments of this foot, go ahead. Separate yourself out a little bit further. Step it in. We want to stay really planted on the heel. And you can let the knee come over the ankle just a little bit, but not too far beyond the toes. Square the hips. Breathing into it. And also give yourself a sway side to side if you need or want. Taking that opposite hand, crossing it over, giving yourself a twist. Spinal rotation, breathe. Good. Maybe coming down a little bit more, maybe placing those hands on the outside of the foot. Turn around. Hop it around the other way just so you can see. Shifting it back to center. Back onto your back knee, flex the front foot, rotate it out and in. All right, cross it all the way over into that half pigeon pose. You can tuck the heel in towards the hips, square the hips, lengthen the back leg back behind, lift yourself up, come all the way forward. Stretch your chest forward. You're not just laying down, although you can if you want to, but see if you can lengthen, you're pulling yourself. Option to take, opposite hand of the front knee, bring it over, give yourself that twist. Look behind the shoulder, let your arms help you twist here. Pull the belly button in, keep pressing the hips down towards the floor. You want to add that extra quad stretch, bend that back knee, grab onto the foot, onto the ankle, whatever you can, gently stretch the heel in towards the glute. Try and breathe and relax. Now, even though this is restorative, it can still be intense. Stretching can release a lot of emotions, release a lot of fluids, energies. So try and take this gentle. It's not too, even though it can be kind of intense, trying to approach it with some grace, with some gentleness. And release. Tuck the back toe under, bring your hands down, bring yourself up into your plank position. Bring the knees out wide, sit back into a child's pose. Give yourself a nice little sway side to side. All right, moving to a seated position. Cross one foot over to a figure four. Lift up through the heart, flex this foot. It's gonna help protect the knee. If this does not feel accessible, you can keep that bottom leg straight. Otherwise, lift yourself up, try and lift the heart over your shin. The knee crosses over the midline. I do a lot of these stretches in my classes. These are some of my favorite ones. But any glute stretch, any hip stretch will do. But these ones I always feel get into my hips and get into a lot of my clients' hips really, really well. Take this front foot, tuck it in, and try and stack your shins like Lincoln logs. Old-fashioned Lincoln logs. Try and stack this ankle over the opposite knee, and the ankle under this knee. If that's not accessible, you can take this foot and you can put it to the front, down onto the floor. Maybe your stretch is up here and it's just trying to get this knee down. Totally fine. Or it's here and you're just trying to get this knee down. If you can stack the shins, lift it through the heart and fold yourself forward. Breathe here. Maybe give yourself a sway side to side. How's that feel, Bucky?
That's good.
Everyone's hips are built differently. So yes, it's some mobility, some flexibility, but it's also just the actual hip bone is built differently. So again, try not to judge where you can go. You're just working with your body. Come all the way up. Ooh. Yeah, give that leg a little shake out. Maybe give it a little bat around, a little side to side, switching over. Cross it over, lift it through the heart, shine the heart up over the shin. Especially all the sitting that we do. Or again, Bucky went on a run earlier today. So for our runners out there or bikers, our hips do a lot for us and we don't do a lot back to them. Not all the time. Knee crosses over the midline, feel that stretch. Both sit bones stay down onto the floor. So this is a nice, kind of just short, quick, get into the hips. It's nothing too strenuous. You know, it's easy to just sort of lay down on the mat, just do a little bit of movement. Makes a world of difference. Bring that foot all the way in, try and stack the shins, or you can place that foot in front. Again, go where it feels good to you. If you can stack the shins right on top, lean yourself forward, maybe sway yourself side to side. Just loosening up those joints. If you don't use it, you lose it, right? So if you don't move those hips, if you don't move the leg around into that hip joint, then your hip joint just gets really stiff. And then that affects everything else you do because all of our power, all of our movement comes from our core and our hips. Come all the way up. A little bonus, hip flexor stretch. This is one of my favorites. Tuck one heel in, extend the other leg out. Lift yourself up like you're about to do a crab walk. Then shift your weight forward. That leg that's in closest is going to point down to the ground. Tuck the pelvis. You can open up through the heart. Show you what this looks like from the side. If this does not work for you, any other quad stretch will do. So any other stretch where you grab your foot and you pull that heel back towards the glute. But this one really gets into, I can feel it deep into this muscle here. If I tuck my hips, I can feel it even more into that hip flexor. It's also nice because it opens up the chest, which is good for combating all that forward hunching we do. Switch over to the other side, tuck the other heel in, extend the other leg out, lifting yourself up, shifting the weight forward, knee points down, pull the belly in, tuck the pelvis, lift it through the heart. So yesterday we did a pop-up Pilates class, and for whatever reason it did not save on YouTube, so that's only available on my Facebook page. But we, again, are testing out different streaming softwares right now, so let us know if you have any issues or problems, or if you have any suggestions or favorites. Let us know what you think of this new live stream layout we've created. We always love hearing from you and adjusting to what comes next. Always changing. Good, and come out of it. All right. Straighten your legs out. Just give yourself a little walk. It's like a little butt walk, just side to side. Yeah. That's gonna basically do it, friends. Yeah, and just some nice, like getting into the hips, releasing all those muscles. Give yourself a little shake out, give yourself a little massage in there. We'll do these quickies every Tuesday, as far as we're planned, at least for the rest of this month and probably into July. Every Tuesday, just a quick little hit of something. Let us know if you have any requests for what we do next week. And we'll end with our fluffing aura. Go ahead, you can cross your legs however you feel comfortable. Ooh, if you want a little extra hip, see if you can go into a lotus, bring one toe up, and try and bring the other toe up. If you don't got that, that's okay. Just takes more of that, again, hip openness and mobility that not all of us have. Hands come together, rub those hands together. Give yourself a moment of gratitude and thanks, showing up. Give your hips some love and thanks for all the amazing things they do. Cross up top, in the middle, down low, lift it up, and pour it down. Nice work, Bucky. Let me do a quick little switch over here, just so if you have, we have our Patreon information that's been running up there. Thanks to all of our Patreon members. And if you are interested, for those interested in donating, I'll just throw our donation information up there at the top as well. No need to donate. Really, it's we just appreciate you moving with us and being with us. Please comment, share, like the video if you enjoyed it. And but if you are interested, just throw that up there as well. Check us up on all of our social medias. Again, this will be running on Facebook and YouTube. Hopefully they'll save on both platforms today, but you know, we're figuring it all out. We're hopefully gonna figure out a software that can stream to all the different places, have them save it all there, so no matter where you're checking us out, you'll be able to see these classes. But if all else fails, go to our website. Go to our website, movewithmidnite.com, because everything is housed there. All of our classes, newsletter sign up, all blog posts, everything you want and need is at our website. So that's the hopefully foolproof way to see everything. All right.
Cool.
Happy Tuesday, everyone, or happy day, whatever day you're watching this. And I will be doing a dance class tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central. And then we'll have some more pop-up classes the rest of this week. And we're doing exciting boy band bar class on Saturday. Yeah, guilty pleasure, burning booties. So hope to see you then. And yeah, move with you next time.